I seek refuge with the words, perfect words of Allah against every evil thing He has created. Now, this dua is a very, in fact, very effective. Why? Because our Prophet Muhammad, may Allah exalt his mention, told us, whenever you enter any place at all, or the first thing in the morning, or the last thing you do or you say in the evening, أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات, that is to say, I seek refuge with the perfect words of Allah against every creature's evil. Why do we say that? You see, because Allah Ta'ala has created us and He knows that we belong to Him, right? And Allah Ta'ala has created us, as He said, to test us as to whether we're going to really be obedient to Him or disobedient. Now, when we ask Allah this supplication, the very first thing in the morning and the last thing before we go to sleep, we seek Allah's protection against every evil thing. And neither devils nor anyone could harm you if you say, believing in it, believing in these words. Because sometimes they say, well, I supplicated Allah, and well, I recited this supplication, yet something harmed me. I couldn't do a thing about it. Wait a minute, brother, I'd like to draw your attention to a very important thing. That is to say, when you supplicate, concentrate, just as the Prophet Muhammad, may Allah exalt his mention, told us, when you perform prayer, concentrate in your prayer. You see, because Allah does not accept someone's prayer when that someone is performing it absent-mindedly. You know, what's the point in it? And the Prophet Muhammad, may Allah exalt his mention, said that one would never have of his salah that he has performed maybe 1/10 of it, or 20th, or 40th, and he did not go beyond the half of his salah. You know why? Because just all of us, we know very well, once we say Allahu Akbar, we start our prayer, Satan or devil would come to us and told us that, we really have to make sure that when we perform prayer, of course, devil is going to come and inspire us. Think of this, think of that. Do you know that sometimes in prayer, when you're performing prayer, you remember things, silly things, you could never think of them outside prayer. Why? Because shaitan wants to distract us. To begin with, why do we seek Allah's protection against devil? You see, because devil has promised Allah, that is Iblis, the father of jinn. When Allah banished him, he said, oh Allah, since you banished me, if you spare my life until the end of time, I'm going to deviate or seduce most of Adam's offspring. And he's doing very well, I tell you. You know, excuse me to say that he's doing it very well, but he's not wasting your time. It's we who waste our time, but Satan never wastes his time. He tries his best in order to seduce most of humankind. Why? Because out of jealousy. Why? Because Allah commanded the angels to kowtow before Adam upon creating him, and Iblis refused arrogantly. When Allah asked him, why did you not kowtow before Adam? Since I commanded you, I'm sorry, Allah Ta'ala says, since I commanded you, well, out of arrogance. That's why Allah banished him. And he said, oh Allah, if you spare my life until the end of time, I'm going to deviate most of his offspring. And he's doing it. He's doing it because the majority of mankind are on the wrong side. They belong to hellfire. And that's why Allah says, لَقَدْ حَقَّ الْقَوْلُ مِنِّي لَأَمْلَأَنَّ جَهَنَّمَ مِنَ الْجِنَّةِ وَالنَّاسِ أَجْمَعِينَ. It has already, my word passed, that I'm going to fill hellfire from jinn and men. There you go. So when we say, oh Allah, protect us with your perfect words, because no one's words is perfect other than Allah. Allah's words, the only words that are perfect. That's why we say, oh Allah, protect us by means of your perfect words. By means of your perfect words. Why? Because we are incapable to defend ourselves against evil. Why? It's very simple. We can't see evil. Allah says in the Quran, إِنَّهُ يَرَاكُمْ هُوَ وَقَبِيلُهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا تَرَوْنَهُم. Satan and his race, they see you, human beings, they see you, but you do not see them. You see, we cannot find somebody we can't see him. That's why the only thing we ask Allah's protection against the devil. It's very important. You know, I mean, to begin your days, asking Allah's protection is beautiful. You know, you feel confident, first of all. You feel confident that devil, inshallah, would not come near you. Well, that's what the Prophet Muhammad, may Allah exalt his mention, told us. You know, when we seek Allah's protection against the devil, well, that's the way it is. Now we live and we want actually to continue in our daily life, in daily hours, making sure that devil is not going to interfere with our lives, making sure that devil is not going to distract us from worshiping Allah. And this is the point. You know, I mean, it's very important. Until next session, I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.